this saw up in over probably a year, or close to a year. I just put some bar oil in it and some canned gasoline, which I like to put in there, and that helps it. This helps saws to start up a lot better than if you have regular gas and oil in there because of the ethanol. But I'm just demonstrating. I haven't made a video in a long time on this saw. This is my Craftsman. I bought this a couple of years ago. If I remember correctly, 18-inch. I think it was before Craftsman went out of business and sold some of their rights to some of the other companies that make their tools now. So I just can't speak to the quality of Craftsman now in 2020, October, November, but I'm sure it's still a good company, or good companies that are managing the tools. I don't know about lifetime warranty on the general tools, but also too, I just think it's so funny. And I'm primarily making this video because I don't really care to show people how I cut things, but all the crybaby, whiny, probably most of the Democrats out there, bleeding heart, super overly protective people that are, oh, you're cutting it wrong, or you're doing this wrong, or how dare you not wear the proper clothes and the proper shirt and the proper gloves and the proper helmet and face shield. Well, you know what? I've been using this saw over and over again over the past couple of years. I haven't used it in a while, and I still have all my fingers and all my toes and all my limbs. And so I'm just kind of making this video just so I can hear people cry and whine and write negative reviews, because I just find it so funny that everyone becomes this self-righteous a-hole, when it comes to, lawn equipment or something sort of dangerous. It's a saw. When I turn it on and it idles, it doesn't accelerate by itself unless I set the settings wrong. So I can touch the blade, I can do whatever I want. I'm 100% confident in my saw abilities. So here you go, and I'm also just going to start it up and show how easy it starts up after being out of service for quite a while. So for people looking at, maybe buying these used, or if they still have them in the stores, so this is for you, and to entertain the people that are going to scream and cry and bellyache about, I'm going to hurt myself. So here we go. Now I got to remember, because I haven't used it in a while, but let me get the starting procedure right. Now I know and I've made that mistake before by not flipping that switch on, and you will pull this until the night comes, and it will not start, and then you flood the engine. So you want to make sure you have that on. It's easy to forget that. So I got gas and I've got everything in it, so I'm going to just pump my little ball about 10 times until it fills up with fuel. So now it's with fuel. I'm going to pull the choke out, put my glasses down. I am going to wear glasses. Gonna let it warm up it's probably about 60 degrees today, 65, 70, I don't know. I'm gonna let it warm up a couple of minutes. Haven't used it in a while. Just gonna let the motor heat up, and then I'm gonna cut this wood over here. I'm gonna explain what I'm doing here, because we haven't had any storms. Sorry, the noise of the saw. My neighbor had to cut down a tree in my yard, and they kind of cut it down while I was out of town, and they cut it down kind of haphazardly, and it just kind of ugly. And so I'm just going to trim the top of this off, but leave the base of it more for support for the fence. And so I'm just also another excuse just to use my saw and make a video and show how it starts up really, really easy, and how easy it is to use. So I'm going to show you right here. So step back, and I'm just going to cut this. So just one thing that I'm going to have to be careful of is I'm going to have to be careful of this post right here, because this is part of the fence. So I'm going to have to cut a relief cut up higher than this here, and then come in and then cut down, And one thing is, when they cut the tree, obviously they had a lot more of the tree going up that way, and it cut and it fractured this tree open. So this stuff has a little bit of flex to it, so I just need to be careful when I cut this so that I don't you know, have the saw deflect or bounce back, or, you know, do something quirky. But I'm sure, I mean, I can manage that. That's not that difficult if you have common sense. Yeah, but just come in and cut that down, and then that's it. So I'm gonna start cutting. All right, for y'all that care to watch a saw video and learn about a specific tool, I'm going to dump the fuel out, a little bit extra fuel I have in there before I store it again. I'm gonna dump the bar oil out of there and put it back in its respective container, because it does leak in its protective case, the saw's protective case, and it can make a mess, even though I'll turn the dial back on the oil you know, distribution screw. So I'll dump all the fuel out and the bar chain oil, and I'll put it back in, and it'll start back up next year or 2 years from now, just like it did today. So it's a very good saw, and everything went smoothly. And so, you know, it is what it is. So just can't wait for the people to get upset about something that I did, not to their standards, but to my standards. I got the job done, and it went quickly and efficiently, and it was a good little cut. So other than that, again, like I said, I don't make a lot of saw videos, so I'm not going to ask you to like and subscribe. But and again, just have a good day and a good night, and tune back in if you want. Okay, bye-bye.